to them. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. With Greg and Joe. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. Greg and Joe.
Hello, welcome to episode 224 of the All-Seeing Guys podcast with Greg and Joe. Of course, I'm Greg, and I'm joined, as always, not over the Skype ways, but sat right next to me on this goddamn sofa. Who are you?
So close. Intimately close to Greg Joe Jackson.
Intimately close to Greg Joe Jackson.
I'm not in him.
No, he's just next to me. Knees are akin.
Yeah, they are. Every now and again there's a knee graze.
And
It's
knee
all right.
graze.
Just
Yeah.
testing each other's strengths.
This episode, we're doing a bit of a bodge job setup because we're going out shortly. We're going up to London.
We are.
We're meeting Mr. Sam Eastwood, who has sent us many geese drops in the past, who's down from up north. He's down in London for some work training. So he finishes later on, so we're going to bop into town, meet him from work. And you've not met Sam before,
I
have you?
haven't. No.
I met
no.
him briefly at a convention last year, but because I was working on the bookstore, I didn't really get a lot of time with him.
Yeah.
I know, and he had Callum with his little boy, so he was, occupied and couldn't stick around long. So it'd be nice to actually sit down, have beers,
Have a beer.
look him in the eye and talk to him. just take comfort in the fact
It's been long enough.
and just know that he's not been catfishing us this whole time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just take comfort in the fact he's not been catfishing us, and I can live with that. So we're literally just set up, and at the moment my house is a bit of a bomb site, so at the moment we're just recording with the Zoom mic in the living room. So that's why it probably sounds a bit weird, but we're going to have to deal with that this episode, I'm afraid to say. Apologies. How are you, Joe?
I'm superb. Yep, I'm pretty good.
He's pretty good.
I'm chilling, man.
Yeah, just chilling. Nothing
Chilling.
exciting going on.
Nothing to report, mate. Nothing to
We
report.
went to Sore Earth Tide.
We did, yeah. I couldn't remember if we had actually discussed that or
I
not.
don't think we had because I had it written
It's
down
been a while.
here.
But yeah, no, we did. It was their triumphant return to the live scene.
The live scene at the Fighting Cocks.
It was great. It was a good time.
We were definitely filling our age though when we were there at like 5:30, 6 o'clock.
All
whatever
of
time
us.
it was. Just being
Everyone
like,
was just
what,
like-
were they on? 10?
Yeah,
Ah,
we were begging for a matinee show.
oh, 10, okay. Yeah, I would genuinely curse that shit, please. Like,
Let's say matinee or manatee.
manatee. Matinee. No, it's a matinee, right?
A
Yeah.
mannequin show.
A mannequin show. Yeah, it's an afternoon show. But you know what? It's fine.
It was great. No, it was all of us were in agreement that we were so fucking old for this shit.
Yeah, and tired.
Like
It's gonna
Matt
be
turned
us.
up and he was just like, it took me an hour to psych myself up to come out of the house, and I was
Yeah.
just like, oof.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only 10 minutes down the road, so like it was fine. But even still, it was just like, oh, what time is it?
Yeah, it was a cold
8.
fucking night as well.
It
out,
was-
wasn't
it was
Oh,
fucking
well,
chilly.
That's what's keeping everyone in.
It was chilly.
Feeling the age.
But
yeah,
it was it was good. It was good to go down.
ventured to the pub, saw Earth Tide, saw some live music. It's good to see the guys again, see some old faces.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Chris and Steve and Randy in quite some time.
No, they're having. I didn't realise how long it had been till we started catching up with Chris.
Yeah.
And him just not even knowing like it had a kick.
Yeah. And I told him that Ed had a kid, and he was like, "What?"
Just like man, craziness.
Yeah.
I went out last week with my mate Johan. We met up for some beers at a pub near London. We went to the Walrus, we've been to before, which is right by Waterloo. It's quite a nice pub. Had a few beers in there, and then he was saying how his missus was like, "Oh, you know, Jess is really into like Instagram food influencers and stuff."
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you both are, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You both are.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a pub nearby that's really good like Lao food. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, would you be up for that? I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. Why not? And it was literally across the road.
Yeah.
So we went across the road to this pub. And we got in there and it was a proper like old man.
You say like
pub.
halal food?
No, Lao, L.
Oh right, okay. I mean,
like,
halal. Oh, so you went for kebabs then?
Allow that. No, not halal.
Allow that. Oh, allow that.
And we, it reminded me of that pub we went to with Rahul that time. For,
Oh, the one in
Plan B.
Brixton.
The one that was very sketchy.
It was the venue was Logic, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a bit sketchy. So
I don't know why I'm so defensive of people thinking we went and saw Plan B.
No, it was at Plan B. The venue was called Plan B. I did see Plan B, the support roots manoeuvre though, many years before.
Oh, fair enough.
But it was just him and an acoustic guitar.
Oh.
There was no, I didn't know who he was at the time.
Yeah.
Many moons ago. Anyway, yeah, so I went to this pub and it looked like a just... You know, the pubs just have lots of wood everywhere?
Yeah,
It's just like that. And,
Carpet on the floor.
But it was a really weird mix of people in there. But no, we sat down and the restaurant was actually upstairs. Kind of reminded me of Cheers. There was like wooden stairs going up to go up to the restaurant.
Yeah.
But you go up there and order and they bring it down to you. And so I essentially had a jungle curry. It was nice. It was
A
quite
jungle curry. That's I don't know if is that the phrase?
Oh, that's what they call it in some Thai restaurants.
Jungle curry.
It was basically just like shredded beef with like rice and egg on top. Like,
Banging.
It was
Sounds
nice.
great.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a bit spicy, but it was nice. But behind us was just really... I don't know, at one point I kind of looked round and everyone just looked like a coke dealer. And everyone was really rowdy.
What do they look like, Greg?
Just
if we're going to be...
kind of like me, I guess.
Did you get mistaken as a drug dealer?
No, I did get asked to buy some cocaine though. I didn't buy any.
Awesome.
He wasn't very happy when I turned him down.
Yeah.
Another guy screamed in my ear while I was taking a piss in the toilet, so that freaked me out a bit.
Yep.
One guy started sliding my chair away with my bag on it, slowly moving away, and I was like, "Well, no, I'll take the bag, thanks."
All good, thanks a lot, mate.
And they're all behind. They're really loud and rowdy. Because when I'm talking to Johan, I just kept seeing his eyes kind of moving away from mine and looking over my shoulder. I was like, "What's happening? Just stop looking at them." But there was a bunch of kids, like literally, they were fucking massive, like guys in school uniforms, sat behind me with pints of Stella.
What the fuck?
It was fucking weird, man. Like we didn't feel safe.
Yeah.
But we stayed.
Yeah.
You know,
Didn't mention
in London, innit?
Didn't mention that in the fucking viral video,
No,
did they?
it didn't. Not at all. The food was amazing. The food was fantastic. But it was just a weird experience, man. It was just very unnerving in there.
Yeah. I got
Weird barman as well. Quickly, the barman
really?
was a bit rude. I couldn't tell whether sometimes he seemed alright, other times he seemed a bit rude.
Was it twins? And there was
Yeah,
just two different
those.
ones.
And he was really, as soon as you put your pint glass down, he'd like take it. But he literally, near the end of the night, when I was finishing my last beer, the pint glass was on my lips, drinking the last beer, and he took it out my hand while it was like in my mouth.
Much.
So like,
That's too much.
I was a bit like, what the fuck? I looked at the reviews, and there were a few photos of him on the reviews. Being like,
really?
Watch out for this man. Like,
Fucking
very rude,
brilliant.
like. So that was weird, man. That was a weird experience.
I was confused for a drug dealer in Clapham. Went to a bar there, and I was just on my phone, and this guy sort of stumbled past, and then stopped and turned around and looked at me with sort of like quizzical eyes, just like Came up to me, and was just like, "You selling coke?" And I was like, "No," and he was like, "Oh, shame." And I was like, "No, what the fuck?"
Shame. You need to sort your life out, man.
Yeah.
You
Shit, mate, you could be making a ton.
You could have made another cash.
You look like
This is your loss.
I was about to give you 100 quid.
This is your loss, mate.
Yeah.
This isn't my mistake. You should all the one that should be embarrassed, not me. Not the guy asking.
I just didn't realise that my attire was suggestive of me being a coke seller.
Coke
the night
seller.
before as well, I did
Coke.
No, I did speed with the.
Oh, this is a while ago.
Yeah, this is a long time ago.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did speed, so I wasn't feeling at my best.
No, maybe you just sense the drugs in your blood.
Yeah, could be.
Maybe
It's just like, mate, have you got coke? Because you look like you're on it. And I was like, oh,
The
okay.
drugs in his blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, that's pretty much my only exciting things I've done. Work's been busy because of stock taker stuff, so I've got next week off.
Always Oh, have you?
At time of recording, it's the 1st of February. It's my birthday in a few days. I turn
It
50
is.
years old. So yay, and I'm having a colonoscopy a couple of days afterwards.
Yeah.
So,
Happy birthday
Yay.
to you. Happy birthday.
that'll be fun. But yeah, I'm off next week, so I'm working Friday, off Saturday, in Sunday, then I'm off.
Nice. Very good.
Well, not really much going on, but I'll be off.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much be caught up. I haven't really been watching much. I've been watching Series 4 True Detective,
Okay.
which has been really good.
Who's in that?
Jodie Foster
Okay.
and other people. So the first series was amazing, with Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson.
Yes.
Season 1 of True Detective was just incredible TV. Season 2 was really shit, I didn't finish it. Season 3 was also really shit, I didn't finish it. Season 4... I was caught off guard by the first episode because it was coming across very paranormally,
Oh, okay.
which really threw me off. I'm like, well, that's a bit weird, ghosts and stuff. It's set in
Ghosts and shit.
it's set in Alaska, and they're during their long nights.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
night all the time. So each episode it would be like day
that's
four,
like a
day
legit
4 of
thing,
night,
isn't it?
yeah.
Like-
But everyone's seeing like, you know, I'm like, but why are they going all paranormal? That's weird. But now I'm on episode 3 of it, and there's loads of links, direct links to series 1.
Okay.
To do like the cult and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. In fact, there's some really good direct links. It's almost just a continue, almost like a sequel to season 1. But it's I feel like it's not going to be paranormal.
No. It's going to be
going to have a logical
explanation. Yeah.
But there's been some pretty fucking horrible moments.
Like murders and shit.
Well, they find there's 3 guys. I'm trying not to be too spoilery, but apologies if I do let something slip up here. But all I think I say is pretty much in the trailer. There's like these 4 scientist guys, or 5 of them, who are out in Alaska they're living in this lab, and basically one night they're just found in the ice. But like they've taken off their shoes and folded up their shoes and clothes nicely, and they're found like hands and face all entangled in each other, like frozen, like mid-scream, just all sticking up the ice.
Ooh.
And they kind of like start cutting them out, and while they're cutting them out, one of them starts going, like, goo starts flying out his mouth. Oh, it's fucked up, man. It's dark. It's fucking dark. And they're just trying to figure out how it even happened.
Yeah.
Like,
God
but
damn.
there's lots of like the symbolism of the cult from the series 1 popping up and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's gonna get some pretty nasty turn and some pretty fucking like actually scary moments as well.
Okay.
Like it's pretty dark.
That's good.
So I've been watching that, and the only other show I've been watching has been on Apple, that Masters of the Air, which is the one that Tom Hanks and Spielberg did, Band of Brothers. They did the Pacific.
Oh yeah, it's
They've done
the
the one about America joining in World War II, and it's specifically the fighters, the planes.
Gotcha.
And I've only seen 2 episodes of that so far, and again, it's been really good.
Yeah.
Been like pretty fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And you just feel like you watch it, and you're just like, it's insane, all these people in this fucking metal. One of the guys in the team we're following, the navigator, who just has to constantly be looking at maps of fucking shrapnel flying around in his plane, has like air sickness.
Oh,
so
classic.
it's him trying to deal with throwing up. He's throwing up at one point, and he gets the heading wrong on the map, and they're like, "Is this England?" And they're like, "No, wait, it's France!" And all the fucking ships start firing at them, and they're just like, "Fuck!" Oh my god, it's crazy, man. Like it's just all that shit they had to deal with. So yeah, been enjoying that.
We had
Any new things I've been watching?
we went a slightly bit old school because also I'd never seen it, but we watched Blackfish, the SeaWorld documentary.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I was like, you mean Catfish? No, Catfish.
no, Blackfish. I've seen
I
Catfish.
do remember Blackfish. Yeah,
Blackfish was good. We watched that. We watched something which was called what was it called? It was called Into the Deep. It's the submarine murder case.
Oh, I've watched that.
Fucking so good.
Yeah, so
the guy, the guy
journalist.
The journalist goes missing after being taken on a trip in a submarine.
He comes back without her, right?
I believe. It's just like, where is she? It's just like,
yeah. Have you finished that?
Yeah, it's good.
I can't quite remember how it ended.
It's so.
They did find the body, right?
Yeah.
It's all cut up, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's pretty cut up. But so like the guy, there's this guy. I think it's Denmark.
Right.
I want to say Denmark. This guy just fucking builds his own submarines.
Yeah.
But they're like legit, not like a fucking war submarine sort of thing, not like a little pod that you just go down.
No, they're not the one that imploded recently.
But fuck me, man. Yeah, he's got like just people working for him, and they were just like had no idea. Had no fucking clue.
Yeah.
But then there was like times they're just like, although there was that time that I said so at one point someone was trying to get some work done and they're just not like they're not going to make the deadline, and she texted him saying, "I'm going to need you to send me a death threat to get this done." Right. And he just writes, "Ha ha ha."
I will.
And then just fucking does it, and it's just like, right, okay. I mean, it was a weird thing to send to someone anyway.
Yes, it is a weird thing.
But it was that was quite good.
I do remember that.
We started watching last night the documentary about the Bling Ring.
Oh right, yeah.
All the kids that were fucking robbing celebrity houses and stuff, and that's just full of pieces of shit.
Yeah, of course.
Like they're fucking horrible people, but it's entertaining to watch it. And then just again we found some sort of a Bigfoot fucking documentary, well into Bigfoot. So yeah, it was a lot of documentaries.
A lot of documentaries.
We watched like Donnie Darko and shit as well.
Oh, I love Donnie Darko.
We've been trying after watching the SeaWorld documentary. We tried to find Free Willy because I haven't seen that in fucking ages. Which also then led us down to remembering the last song, or the song that rolled in the credits of Free Willy was that Michael Jackson song.
Oh yeah.
And we just listened to a fuckload of Michael Jackson. So yeah, and then we were just like, such a shame. Such a shame that he's a paedophile, because we also watched Finding Neverland as well.
Oh yeah, that's fucked up.
Awful, terrible fucking shit. Because I remember, like, when I was younger, like seeing pictures of Michael Jackson with just like a kid with him.
Holding his hand.
I'm just like, oh man,
I wish I was that kid.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, I don't.
Not anymore. Don't wish that now.
No, I do not.
Do not wish that now.
But yeah. Random shit. I can't say I watched anything new.
No.
There's a bunch of stuff coming to Netflix soon. There's like a documentary about the Menendez brothers who killed their parents and shit.
There's been a few of that, though, isn't there?
Yeah, there's been a few like that. Yeah. Things just generally. I went to rewatch the Defiant ones. It's been taken off fucking Netflix. Took it off last year.
Oh, that's crazy.
Gutted, mate.
That is weird.
Gutted.
Bit of geese dropping.
Yeah, go on then.
Well, we're snippets over a conversation about you or us. We're out of context. What have you heard?
Geese dropping. Having a listen.
I've got a fair few geese drops. I say a fair few. I have geese drops.
Yep, I got some.
Have you got a few?
I got a few. I got I've one that I heard,
Yep.
and then Luke has Top Shag has always come through.
Oh, I'm going to start with
something
Top Shaggers.
He sent me 4.
Oh, go on then.
He sent me these 2, one quickly after the other, and it just said, and 5 minutes later, bruv, I swear I was deep in that snatch. I don't know how people can say these things publicly.
5 minutes, eh?
Yeah. Followed again then by my house is full of lesbians. You can't move for Fanny.
Stop bringing them home and collecting them.
Yeah. It's like Pokemon.
Yeah, you've got to catch them all.
He sent me this as well from. He said heard outside the Bird's Nest, which I'm assuming is a pub. I think he played a gig there. I think. No, he played, not us.
Oh, but for you, I did. I was like, did I?
He played a gig there. It just says, Courvoisier is the fucking tits, mate. Which I wholeheartedly disagree with.
Yes, I
agree.
It
is not the fucking tits.
I agree with you.
But fair dues, fair play.
I disagree. I agree with your disagreement.
Yeah. And then finally, it just says, have you seen Flavor Flav recently? He looks like a goblin. He's not like a goblin for like 20 years,
yeah,
let's face it.
For a long time. I remember on that farm show, he looked like a goblin on that. Do you remember that farm show?
I do remember the farm show, yeah. Wasn't it? Yeah.
And then it was not long after he was doing his Find Me a Wife show, right?
Well, I swear he did like, maybe it was the farm one where he, what was the, who's the woman that was in?
He upset a woman, didn't he?
No. There was the big blonde tall woman who was in Die Hard something.
Oh, okay.
Not Die Hard, sorry. No, she was in one of the Lethal Weapon films.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know who you
Bridget.
mean. Yeah. Not Bridget. Russo something.
Jeanette Russo?
No. I need to have a look now. She's in Lethal. Oh God, bloody hell! I'm trying to spell Lethal Weapon. There we go. Cast. And here she is. Dun, dun, dun. Why is she not on there?
Wasn't a big part.
Here's Lethal Weapon 1. She wasn't a big part.
No, Lethal Weapon 2, I think.
She's not the one that marries Riggs then?
No, she's a villain.
Okay.
She's a villain in it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. But yeah, okay. Carry on.
I need to say Bridget Jones.
Yes, I know, yes.
But I think she and him were like in a reality TV show together and ended up like hooking up. I swear to God.
Right, wow.
But yeah, I do remember Flavour of Love.
That was it.
Flavour of Love was fucking great. It was one of the greatest. Like, because they did a whole bunch of those like of love fucking ones. Because there was the one with the singer from fucking what was it? Poison.
Right,
Bret Michaels.
Yeah.
They had him, but it was just like every single episode he's just like, oh man, my diabetes is really fucking kicking in. Just in like a pivotal moment. Even like right at the end when they're doing like the finale, he's just like, man, I'm so nervous and my diabetes is kicking off big time. He's like, oh god, like holding his side, like that's what your diabetes is. Like, oh, my diabetes, but yeah, no, Flavour of Love was great. There was one episode, I think, a girl shit herself and they kept it in.
We talked about that on here many times.
Big time, love it. There was a girl that tried to cook him with dinner and she just gave him raw chicken. And it was just like, fucking Jesus.
Enjoy, I don't know how to cook, enjoy.
That sort of thing would kill that man.
I got one from Maren here. Ladies Toilet Skis Drop.
Good, always a good place.
Shall I point out my spots for you? 1, 2, 3. Where's she pointing?
Don't want to know.
Where's she pointing?
Don't want to know. Was she in a cubicle?
Where is she pointing? I've got one from Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. Chavvy girl at work in the smoking shelter. He's so fucking lucky he's fit, because I'd be well happy to smash up his face.
So aggressive.
It does sound aggressive.
So aggressive.
I'd be well happy to smash up his face.
Well, I mean, mate, if you're out there and listening, thank God you're fit.
Yeah, thank God. Don't you know it?
You dodged a bullet there, mate.
And then you had one, right?
I did, yeah. I was having drinks with Karina. This was the night before the Earthtide gig. I met Karina for drinks, and then that was also when I told her that Earthtide were playing, and she was like, "Oh, fucking sick!" But I was at the bar, and there was a group of blokes behind me on the tables, and they were all talking about hot sauce.
Brilliant.
And he was just like, oh, like one of them was like, it's like, oh, so a bit too hot for me. And he was like, oh no, I love it. I love the spice. It's fucking, oh, it gets me hard. And he was like, said that, and then he just goes, just hang me and let me wank. I think it was someone said to him, it was like, oh, I think like you're a bit of a sadist, you are. That's like you love the spice. You're a bit of a sadist, and then he just says, just hang me and let me wank.
I heard one myself. I heard it in the Entertainer. And it was a couple walking around with their kids, and I heard the mum go, "It's just for the plastic shite." And the husband was like, "That's what toy shops are."
Yeah, that is. I do kind of miss the parent geese drops. I used to fucking get loads when I worked at
Yeah, that's the first one I've had for a while. Not really an argument, but they were debating.
Yeah.
She wasn't happy about where they were, what they were spending money on.
Well, don't have kids.
That's there you go. I've got 2 audio ones from Owen.
Oh, lovely.
Thank you, Owen. Let's find you, because there we go. Right, okay. 2 audio ones from Owen.
Up drop. You know I like him, because he calls a cunt. Because, you know, you're either a cunt or you're not.
It's true. It's very true.
You call a cunt a cunt. You're either a cunt or you're not.
That's it. That's how the world should be divided.
Words to live by.
Yeah.
And another one.
Don't be a cunt. Otherwise you'll be called a cunt.
Kingston geese drop. The problem is they're all just fucking retards. I don't hold their fucking hands. Shit gets fucked up.
What?
They're all fucking retards. If you don't hold their hands, shit gets fucked up. I can relate.
Very good.
I can relate.
Very good.
And I have one here from Sam, who we're going to be seeing shortly. Sam, geese job. You've got a ginger cock.
What is? I'm assuming that's just because he was the person was ginger, and that's why he had a ginger cock.
Maybe the person had just put 2 and 2 together, or he had seen said cock.
Yeah.
It was like maybe not even the pube, the actual cock itself.
Do you think
was
it's just
ginger,
a very
like
pale
fake tan? Maybe.
Mate, do you think ginger men have like just very pale penises?
I don't know. Let us know, ginger people.
Yeah.
We have very pale penises.
Owen.
Owen. Maybe this person. I don't like that.
You can cut that
I
out.
like to think maybe like I edit this. I think this person had maybe had put fake tan on and then grabbed their dick afterwards.
Oh yeah.
I just remember this girl I worked with, someone called Sally. I remember she came in literally in tears, and I'm like, she had like hands over her face. I'm like, what's wrong? And she looked up, and I went, oh. And she just fucked up this fake tan. Oh my god, it was like.
Oh, was it bad?
Oh man, it was like. Imagine like Venom in Spider-Man when it kind of takes over you.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but like The Simpsons. Just like big yellow blotches all over. It was actually jaundice all over her face.
Hell.
She missed big. It was all over her hands. She couldn't get it. She couldn't even it out.
She had kidney failure.
She ran out of time. She had to come to work, and I'm like, I wouldn't have come.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you did, because it means I can go home.
Yeah.
Because
Bye.
I would have had to stay, but. I wouldn't have come in. Like, look at the
state of you.
I did feel for her. It looked fucking ridiculous.
I remember.
Oh, like my eye. You didn't notice my eye?
I did notice your eye.
I don't know what's going on with my eye.
Oh, okay.
No idea.
Yeah.
One of those, I
didn't want to ask.
I don't know. Someone at work Sunday was like, "What's going on with your eye?" And I had this big, really deep red blotch.
Yeah, it's.
And since then it's kind of spread out to my pupil. Although it looks like it is getting better, I can't tell anymore, to be honest.
Can't see it.
But I literally have no idea why. It looks. You'll see it when we're out in the light. It really stands out.
Oh no, I can.
idea.
Don't worry. No, I can see it.
Yeah, I have no idea why I have this bloodshot eye. That's kind of like it's like a proper like circle around the edge of my pupil as well. Like, from one side to the other.
And then it's like a little bit in the hidden part of your eyeball.
Yeah, I have no idea how or why it's happening.
I'll keep an eye on that, I guess.
Wait.
You pushed strain too hard or something.
Well, people say that, but I'm like, maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. Nothing stands out.
No.
Nothing stands out as to why this is happening.
I remember a girl coming to work once after just having her eyebrows threaded.
Yep.
I think I've mentioned that before because her
Maybe.
forehead was on fire, mate.
Oh.
She had like this red, it was just red and like all like welted, and it was just like, I can't believe you did that. Like,
Yeah.
before work, you knew what the outcome was going to be. She was like, it's fine. Like,
It's fine. It's not fine.
no, it's not.
It's
You look
not
like
fine at
you
all.
look
You
like
look
you've been
insane.
pepper sprayed, mate. Like,
That was it for geese shopping.
wonderful.
I do have a couple of stories this time.
Thanks again, always, to those sending them in.
Thank you, everyone. I did a couple of stories pop up I was going to highlight here.
Lovely.
Which I found quite fun. It's been a while since I had a Florida man story. I
love a Florida
I know
man.
they're still happening. But in this one, the Florida man isn't the weirdo.
Oh,
He's the victim, I guess.
oh, Florida victim.
Yeah. A customer, so this happened in a Dunkin' Donuts
Okay.
in Orlando. A customer has filed a negligence lawsuit against Dunkin', claiming he was injured by an exploding toilet at one of the coffee chains in Central Florida. Paul Karuak is seeking more than $100,000 in a lawsuit,
Pretty low for American
claiming he
standards.
suffered severe and long-term injuries following the explosion of a toilet in the men's room of the Dunkin' location in Winter Park, Florida. After the explosion left Paul covered in human feces, urine and debris, he walked out of the men's room seeking help from workers and the store managers, according to the lawsuit. An employee told him they were aware of the problem with the toilet since there had been previous incidents.
Amazing.
I just like the idea of him like going in there, everyone hearing the noise, the
Yeah,
explosion,
yeah.
probably the man's reaction, and then the door opening and just this man walking out,
Just covered in
just
shit
covered
and
in
piss.
shit and piss, just being like, "Help me!"
Yeah.
Like, did you imagine the walk out just when you're all stiff because you know what's something you have wet clothes?
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
and you're
yeah.
Stiff and that, just like, oh my god. Oh
But
my God.
also, you smell of shit.
Yeah, it's all over you. Like it's literally dripping off you. Like that's fucking.
That
oh
is
my God.
I think that could be one of my things that I just never want to experience.
No,
in
me
life.
neither. I don't
That's
experience that.
up there. That's a worst nightmare.
Um,
Just genuinely, like, something going wrong with a public toilet after you've used it is quite a harrowing thing.
The lawsuit says Paul Karowiak suffered bodily injury and has required mental health care counselling since the incident happened.
Oh, mate, it's not Vietnam. Like, you know,
He's just going for that high lawsuit.
fuck
win, isn't
it, mate. Put that guy on the front line. See what fucking.
Yeah, he's
Go
going
shit himself.
Fucking
I'm
just,
covered in shit again.
or he's like a kamikaze toilet. Just rides the toilet in screaming and then it explodes
Love
on the
it.
other side of the lines.
Oh, silver.
Just on a toilet, powered by your shit, firing
What a
up,
wonderful idea.
shooting across no man's land.
I'm imagining like the stance of the riders on the Tron bikes, just like
yeah.
straight forward, just like leaning straight forward and down, but just
What's that
perched.
film, 1917, whatever? There's that famous long shot, long shot.
It's
It's running
one
off the
shot.
beach, all blowing up. I imagine
Yeah,
that
yeah.
the guy
Yeah,
on
him
a mobile
behind.
toilet, just shooting up the hill, fucking, and then explodes into a big pile of shit in Europe, taking out a few people with him. That's how you
Amazing.
fucking do it. This was a weird one. A Utah teen faces charges after allegedly taping fish to ATMs.
I saw this, man. It's so weird.
It is weird,
It's
right?
so
It
fucking
is
weird.
A teenage boy in Utah is facing charges after allegedly taping fish to various ATMs in the city, even a police car. Authorities at the police department alleged that the unnamed 17-year-old was responsible for a dozen fish taping incidents.
What was it? What's his name? What would you call yourself in that situation?
The fish flinger. I don't know.
The carped crusader.
Oh, Crusader, that's good. That's good. That is good. I wasn't even thinking about fish puns. Fucking hell. That is good. I can't even think of any now.
Oh dear.
Authorities told KSTU they suspected the fish taping was done in innocent fun, but charged the team with 2 misdemeanor counts of causing property damage. Mainly because they kept sticking fish carcasses to ATMs and a police car, and it cost
Yeah.
money to remove them.
I mean, it doesn't. You just pull the tape off and just.
Officials told the station they did not know where the team got the fish.
Well, that's the most important part. You could just get fish.
The fish taping photos were uploaded to an Instagram account titled Fish Bandit 84, which has the tagline "Live, laugh, take fish on ATMs."
I like that. That is just like what like that is someone just like I want to cause a slight bit of chaos, but not too much
Not
chaos.
too much chaos.
I just want people to be confused. Is basically what that
and
guy's
that works,
going for.
right? It's kind of reminds me like American
If I
Vandal in a
walked
weird
up,
way.
if I walked up to a cash machine and there was a fish taped to it, I'd just be like, mate, what the
happening?
fuck? Like,
I always remember the story old manager in that just told me when he was on acid, and he went to a cash point and there was a lobster on it,
was there though?
and he went back to him and was like, "There's lobster on the cash point."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're like, "What?" And they went back and looked, and there was still a lobster
Okay,
there. And then they
so he
saw,
got like a sober
there
witness.
there was like a chef having a cigarette by the back of a restaurant pissing himself. So they just did it to fuck.
Sick.
They just did it to fuck with people.
And
I
the
guess.
greatest thing in that situation was they wasn't expecting someone to turn up on acid.
And that's go question.
That's
everything.
gone so much better for him than he could have ever realised.
Go ahead, acid. So it's not it's not it's not an original idea sticking things on
That
ATMs.
fucking works though.
Like so, yeah. Tape some fish to an ATM. Tape some fish to just tape them wherever you want, I guess.
If you were going to do that sort of level of vandalism where it's sort of like nonsensical, what would you do? It's a tough thought, isn't it?
It is a tough thought because all I can think about now is taping fish.
Yeah, no, it's like that's
They
up
freak me
there.
out.
It's just like what's the purpose of that? With like thinking something, I don't know, something.
I'd probably something we talked about in the last podcast. I'd probably hide things that I know are going to go off and smell bad.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
I'd hide things.
That's quite disruptive of you, Greg.
Yeah, I
in all
think
honesty.
so. Yeah, I mean, it's playing the long game as well.
Yeah.
It's playing the long game too, because I got to wait for it to go off and smell. But I'd hide that in various occasions.
Okay, I would maybe sticking with the ATM idea, maybe just colour in the screen with a marker pen.
Oh man! Oh, that'd be frustrating as hell.
I'll leave just one bit open, and it will probably just be the 200 where the £200 bit comes up.
Spray
for when
the buttons in like fart spray so your fingers stink of shit.
Yeah. Or like I don't know, like leave like something that resembles cum but isn't
Oh,
cum.
okay, but
and
isn't
just
cum.
pop that somewhere.
Just
Public,
pop it somewhere.
like on a
Icing.
like a public like drinking fountain,
Oh.
and just splooge. Certain shampoos look like jizz.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, but you'd smell that would be quite clean.
You would, yeah.
You have to taint the smell.
Taint the smell with,
taint
like-
the smell of asparagus or something.
Asparagus. It's not piss.
No, it's not. Greek yogurt. This is a corner crunch, whatever it is. I can see the flakes on the side.
I've
This is a good corner.
It's never crossed my mind as to what cum smells like. Interesting. I'll be back in a minute.
Like a rainy day in a wooden shed.
Don't ask.
Like a rainy day in a wooden shed.
What does it smell like, Joe? I don't want to talk about it.
I did say last week I'd look into the latest incest news.
Oh yes.
And I did find an incest news story.
Wonderful.
It's pretty fucked up.
I'm fine with that.
What was weird, though,
I'll
is-
still attempt to make a joke out of it.
I did make the mistake of searching for incest stories,
Yeah.
which has brought up a lot of people's literature and
Yeah.
you
Like
know,
actually,
I like erotic stories,
fictional books and stuff.
And I was like, so then I typed in incest news stories, and an Indian website came up, like indiannews.com, and it literally had a subsection on it called incest news. That's not where I got this story
Come on,
from. 'Cause
brilliant.
They were all like
Brilliant.
Boy, this one's actually from, I think, I'm afraid to
Whereas
say.
like the Metro has like the WTF section, they just have incest news.
This is unfortunately from the Mail Online.
Okay.
Who would have thought they don't like incest?
I know.
Can't believe it.
I mean, no one likes incest.
No,
I mean,
but, I mean, we do to an extent, but this one takes a bit of a dark turn. Quite
we don't
quickly.
support it, but we just find it amusing.
This one takes a bit of a dark turn pretty quickly. A father and daughter were in a relationship for 4 years and walked around hand in hand, locals have revealed, after the bodies of 3 newborn babies were found rotting in the basement of their house.
Jesus Christ!
Dun dun dun.
Oh, they kept that. They really sold you on that all the way up until the end.
It
Didn't
started
they?
off a bit romantic, didn't
I was
it?
like, oh, that's all right.
I'm going to butcher these names, but here we go.
Cool.
Piotr Gersik, 54, and Paulina Gersik, 20, are facing life in prison for the murder and incest after the baby remains were discovered in the shallow graves wrapped in plastic bags at the bottom in the property in a village in northern Poland. Colleagues of Paulina at a cake shop in the neighbouring village have now told how her father shaved her head so that other boys wouldn't look at her, and that she looked up to him as if he were God. The father and daughter, who are said to have lived like a couple, were charged with multiple counts of murder and each incest. It comes after 2 babies were found dead on a Friday, but further investigations revealed a 3rd body in an advanced state of decomposition on Saturday. The 2 infants belong to Paula, and the mother of the 3rd is her sister. Now the picture they've got of her
I've just seen that.
looks like she's shit all over her face.
Yeah, mate.
She's got like
That really looks
like a moustache and glasses drawn on, but looks like she's drawn on her face in shit.
That does very much look
There's
like
no
shit.
context for the picture. Doesn't mention anything why that's happening.
Not even like in the underneath bit of the picture where it's like so
No,
and so above.
No, directly underneath it, there's a picture of the house, and it just says the house where the remains of the newborns were seen. It doesn't even mention the picture with her face potentially covered in shit at all. It's weird, isn't it? Isn't that bizarre?
Some sort of
Paulina's
humiliation.
colleagues said they became suspicious that she was pregnant after she started wearing large, loose-fitting clothes, and she would take 3 weeks off work, but then would return a week later. One fellow shop worker told the Super Express newspaper, "We all guessed she was pregnant. I think she had tied belts around her to sort of like a corset." That's fucked up.
Oh,
that's fucked up, man.
That's rough.
When we asked about the child when she returned, she acted surprised and denied it. They lived like a couple. They walked around hand in hand. Yep, we heard all that.
So they were aware. Were her co-workers aware that she was dating her dad?
Apparently, everyone seems to know they're walking around hand in hand.
That's fucking mad, isn't it?
Like, that is fucking mad, isn't it?
That's so mad.
So the father was left alone with his children after the wife died. Apparently there were a lot of them, 10 or 12. The oldest ones had already left.
That's not funny.
So it seems like people had their suspicions. We often heard him shouting at the children. His verbal abuse was shocking. Sometimes we would hear one of the girls screaming.
Jesus.
It's a tiny village. Everyone knew about these things.
I mean, in a tiny village, everyone knows everything, don't they?
Around 10 years ago, police were told that he was sleeping with one of his daughters, but after they investigated, they couldn't find any concrete evidence. The oldest daughter, who we suspected he'd had sex with, was so scared she refused to say anything.
Damn.
The father, had such a personality that everyone in the village was afraid of him, which is why the case didn't appear for so long. Man, that's fucked up.
He's just one of those pieces of shit then, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's just a piece of shit.
He's got to abuse the kids, yeah.
Fuck, man.
It's got a long old story.
That's hard for me to make fun of, man.
I told you, man, it takes a shock. It takes a shocking turn.
That was grim.
Who would have thought incest might have brought us to a fucked up conclusion story? That's fucking horrific.
It's not as fun as we were expecting it to be.
But he was basically treating them as like his partner,
lovers,
I guess.
His lovers,
yeah. Walking around because you can walk around holding your daughter's hand. I guess when she's 20 and you're whatever.
Yeah, that's. I mean, is like anything other than 6 years old, I guess, or 6 or 7.
What fucks me up on those situations is like he must have been like birthing the kids, however they were removing them from them.
God.
That's the fucked up thing.
Just biting the umbilical
cord.
cord.
My god. Oh, yeah, makes me feel a bit sick.
It's tradition.
It is. Yeah, it sounds like it, yeah. Now, sling it down in the basement.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. So that had a bit of a dark, twisty incest
Interesting,
story there.
yeah.
But that was the most popular incest story that popped up.
To be fair, I think it's going to be hard to find a light-hearted incest story.
I mean, the best ones were always like, son reunites with mum.
Yeah.
And then they start
banging. Or just like...
Or vice versa.
Son's lover turns out to be his aunt.
Yeah, I did see one that was like, woman finds out her parents were siblings. Like...
Yeah.
But they didn't have much going on. That was also quite a horrific story.
Different time.
She was like, who am I?
Yeah, who am I?
What am I? What does this mean? Does this explain all the things that bothered me growing up? Like, have I always been like this? Because I've now just found out my parents are siblings?
It fucks up your chromosomes and shit, I guess.
That's what I mean, right? Well, I guess we'll never fucking know. But yeah, there you go. A horrific incest story just to be nice and light-hearted with.
Love it. I saw something the other day that I wanted to put to you.
Okay.
And
put it to me, son.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it now. I can't remember where I put it. It was fuck.
I have it all lined up in my notes, you see.
Yeah.
Ready and raring to go.
Oh, I do not.
Ah,
Shit.
he's not prepared at all.
Not at all.
Dead air while Joe scrolls through his phone to find what he wanted to put to me.
Hang on, I'll find it. Don't
He's
you
finding
worry.
it now. He's going to the source now. You
I'll
see him
find it.
searching for it.
Oh, no, I'm not.
No, he's not. Do you remember?
Okay.
Yes, he's got it.
So my thing to you is this: you get £10 million, Greg.
Okay, thanks.
But for the rest of your life, you are chased by a snail. Now there are some rules.
Can't kill this now.
You can't kill the snail.
It's a shame.
The snail always knows your location.
Okay.
And if it touches you, it will kill you.
Okay, I'll take it and just move country.
That was exactly my thought. like, how's he gonna get over there?
Yeah, you know,
but he always knows. Like, I mean, it can't be killed, so it's gonna be a determined fucking snail.
But even then, I'd literally fly to the other side of the world.
Yeah.
There's no way. Even if it got on a plane, it's still gonna land. When it lands, it probably will take its lifespan to get to me.
I'd probably pay someone to kidnap the snail.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah. But yeah.
Taken, Snail Trail.
Look, this is going to be weird, but I will give you £1 million to take this snail as far away from me as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep it. Keep it in a box.
I'm not allowed to kill it, but keep it
in a
alive.
box. Yeah. Because apparently it's only going to kill me. It doesn't say anything about killing anyone else.
So that's what happens when it gets you. You die, yeah?
If it touches you, you
Right,
die.
okay, yeah.
So bear in mind as well, you could sleep 8 hours a night, and that's going to cover some ground.
It will, but if you're like, you know, miles and miles inward to another country, if you're the other side of the world, and not only that, you're like well far away from the airport in the middle of the land.
Yeah.
It could take forever.
But like,
years and years.
Imagine you go and buy like a cabin in the woods, and you're sitting out there like just enjoying your life. You know, just a nice peaceful life. You wake up one morning and like the foot of the bed is the snail, and you're like, oh god!
Yeah, you would get a rational fear of snails in general.
Absolutely, yeah, because you wouldn't know what like you wouldn't know what snail is what.
Would have like a marking on it.
Yeah.
It has like your face tattooed on it.
Yeah. It's got a little wanted poster.
Everyone know. Yeah, it has to keep checking. Oh, it's just like it's got.
I'll find him. But it knows where you are, so it knows like it's not going to get lost. It's just like, alright, I've got to go in this direction. Yeah, it's going to take me a while, but I'll get there. I'm going to kill that motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'd move to.
I want to know what's in it for the snail.
Or maybe he's killed loads.
Could be. Could just be a contract killer.
Lives longer every time he kills.
Contract killer, maybe. Yeah. Or like maybe his like family's been kidnapped, and he's like, you got to go and kill this guy.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, move far away. And I do like the idea of getting someone to kidnap the snail.
Yeah, just to kind of sort of
freeze
keep
it in carbonite like Han Solo or something.
Wicked. I like that. That's good. Yeah, no, my first...
bury him at the bottom of the ocean or something.
My first... Because I thought about it first and I was just like, well, I can just walk away from it. And I was just like, well, no, because then I just carry on my life. And I'm like, well, no, because I'll stop.
Yeah.
And like go to bed. And it will probably catch up a little bit. Also, I don't know where the snail is. So we could just fucking turn up one day.
Exactly, just show up.
Like
special delivery.
Yeah, I'd probably, if I could get close enough, probably put some sort of tracking system on it. Like, that fucking snail's getting down close.
Just keep checking every morning. Just get proximity alert.
It's in Byfleet.
It's in the goddamn room.
Coming out of the walls.
Coming out of the walls. There's loads of them. It just breaks off into mini snails and comes after you. I do like the concept though.
I like the concept that we've created two scenarios where we're being chased, and one is a snail and the other is a man on a toilet being powered by his own shit. Great artwork.
They team up together.
Yeah.
I'd be up for I like the concept of being chased by a snail.
I mean, I feel like it might potentially like stop you from enjoying spending that £10 million.
It probably will. I think that's the whole point, right?
It's just like, this is the hindrance.
Eventually you go crazy and just give it back.
Yeah, you just like, I don't want this anymore. It's like, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
You've accepted the money now.
I'm actually the snail.
I don't want it to be like
pulls his mask off and just drops down to hundreds of snails.
I don't want it to be a giant snail.
Not like the big snail.
Like a regular sized snail.
Like in a Never-Ending Story, whoever it is, the fast snails they ride.
It's rough. That's too much.
It is too much. That'd be a fast snail, but yeah, big snail will be harder because you'd see it coming like Godzilla style.
Yeah, that is true, and they'll be screaming. I'm assuming.
If it's a regular snail, I'd be very on edge about.
Yeah,
I'd be on edge. Even if I was satisfied it was far away, I'd probably still be questioning every snail.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be
100%. I wouldn't know. Yeah, unless there's some sort of marking on the snail,
which
I wouldn't know what to fucking do.
Yeah. So yeah,
if I could get close enough to like just dab it with some Tipex. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, but if I am able to get somebody to like, kidnap it and torture it, not even torture
Not
it.
torture it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Just lock it up.
Torture it. This took a turn. I'm not trying to implement fucking pain to this thing. I just want it as far away from
Lock
me
it
as
up.
possible.
Torture, but then-
And, like, you're just not gonna fucking hammer that
And every
thing.
day, just give me an update. Yeah, he's still here. He's still.
Yeah.
And then one day, I don't hear from the guy.
Yeah.
And I like log in, and they say, "Oh, actually, he was found dead in the lab this morning," and the whole lab's
He's been dead for 3 months.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god!
Yeah, the snail's actually on bit like got a 3-month head start.
Yeah.
Could be anything. I'm like, oh my god, that would be terrifying.
Follow the trail.
Then I'd have to get moving. I'd have to Jason Bourne it there and then, just pat my
Very
bag
much
and
so,
just
mate.
get
Very
out
much
and
so.
run. Living day to day.
But it's still like 8,000 miles away from you, but you're
Yeah.
still just on
I'm
edge.
still like, I go so far away, I end up coming back up behind the snail.
You lap
turns,
it.
it comes- I
You
lap
lap
it,
it.
I lap it,
And as you walk past, it goes like,
Just gets me.
it
Just
tries
gets
to
me.
reach out at you. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get you.
So I guess if you touch it, I die. So if I stamped on it, we would both.
That'd be death.
I'd take us both together.
Well, no, because he can't die.
Oh, he can't die.
He can't die. He
Shit.
can't kill it.
Oh fuck.
I mean, I'm assuming it's not immortal, so old age would probably eventually kill it.
Wait.
But I'm assuming no one can kill it. I think it's an immortal snail.
Oh Jesus, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't want an immortal snail hunting me.
I think. Do you reckon? I reckon he gets the money you haven't spent if he catches you.
That's why he's after you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
his money.
I don't know what currency.
Why do people keep taking my money? I have to keep going traipsing around the globe to get it back.
This is the richest snail in the world.
His name is Keith. I saw this morning. I know it's a classic joke, but somebody put up a meme and it was like, not a meme, like a question. It was like, oh, I need unique girl names. And I saw Jacko just put Keith.
Yeah. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
It's good. Good. There's an episode of Flight the Conchords where Jermaine dates an Australian called Kiefer. And they were just like, it's a man's name. It's Keith, I don't understand. Kiefer. And they're really disgusted because they're New Zealand by how
Oh
Australian
shit! That
she
reminded
is.
me. That's something else we watched. I don't know if you've seen it. I think it's on Netflix. That they cloned Tyrone.
Oh, I haven't watched it. I know I've seen
Mate,
it.
watch that. It is so fun.
Yeah, I heard
it's
it- I heard
so
it was quite
fucking
good.
good. Jamie Foxx is like a pimp in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, but like a classic pimp. Like,
Classic pimp.
He's really fucking good. John, was it John Boyega?
Yeah, but
He's the main guy in it. He's really
he's
good.
Tyrone.
Yeah, and it's a really interesting concept.
Yeah, I do
but,
remember that coming out. It
Like
was on
Keith
my
Sutherland
list.
turns up at one point.
Oh, brilliant.
He's like, yeah, he's something to do with
Oh,
it.
I see what brought you there, Keith. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's what reminded me. It's the kind of film that I feel like Lakeith Stanfield would have done.
Oh yeah.
It's it's a little bit odd, like not like to
yeah.
his levels of like, sorry for bothering
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
that
that's
sort of shit,
crazy,
which
that
is
film.
fucking mental.
That is. Have you seen that film?
I have, yeah.
Just a crazy take
It's
on working in retail,
yeah,
right?
it's so weird. Well, like sales, it's working in sales or something like
Yeah.
telemarketing or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, they clone Tyrone. It's well fucking good. You will go you will not realise until like the end of the film. You're like, where's Tyrone?
What's happening?
But that will become clear. But yeah, man, it's good. I will recommend watching that.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll put that on my list. Okay, we're gonna have to cut this episode short. We're just under an hour. Because we're gonna get ready. I have to go get changed quickly, and then we're gonna get ready and then get the train to London.
To London.
And then meet Sam and have some beers. Sam has messaged me to say he's finishing at 4:30 now,
Lovely. Still plenty of time.
so we should be alright. But yeah, sorry for having this episode short, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next time, as always, with Fools and Girls podcast. I've been Greg, fish taped to a fucking arsehole arm shot.
I don't want to wake up like that.
No, I don't know why.
I don't know. I've been Joe, now terrified of snails. Jackson.
Fantastic.
Super stuff.
Bye.